Alright, let's go over our two major problems with a gravity-fed fuel valve. One being it flows fuel when it shouldn't from various areas, whether it be out the fuel valve or around the body itself, and it doesn't flow fuel at all. So obviously if you have a leaky one, you'll find that when you turn the gas off, take the fuel on off, it continues to flow fuel. At that point you would want to put the fuel line back on, go get a container, take it back off, drain your gas out, take your tank off, and then that's where we are here. Usually you'll find a couple fasteners on the bottom that you will remove. These fasteners have a gasket on them typically. So you can see on this screw it has a gasket there, and if that's not there, torn, damaged, it will leak fuel there. Now as you guide this out, you want to be kind of careful. If you have reserve, you'll have two fuel pickups. The short one's the reserve, the long one's the on. Some are longer, some are shorter, but you just don't want to damage them as you pull them out of the fuel tank. If you have a fuel flow issue, you want to check these screens. They can be stopped up with dirt, and that dirt, if these are damaged or broken, that dirt will make its way down into the actual valve and clog it up there. So usually your clog will be somewhere between here and out here, you know. So we'll look inside of this here in just a second. There's another O-ring here. If this O-ring becomes dry, damaged, brittle, that will leak as well. So to get to the inside, we will we'll move our tank over a little here. Gonna have to turn it to another position besides off or on, which would be reserved, to get to these. And you're gonna remove these two fasteners here to open this up. This plate won't want to just come off. You'll have to get the knob out a little bit, and that'll allow the clearance for that. I need two hands to slip off. Okay, there should be a Wave spring washer here. Don't lose that. Now as you take this off, you can open it up and look inside. This is where you'll find, like, whether the fuel has gotten old and crusty or dirt, debris. This will get stopped up. Now, if yours is flowing fuel, even though you have it turned off, that'll be the big rubber part here. If it's leaking around the body, there should be an O-ring here. And then this part, the last one, like I said, if this is damaged, you know, the fuel will pass in between this rubber piece. So you just pop that out. And that's pretty much all the parts. So sometimes these can't be saved. You just have to replace the whole thing. If you do, be careful with aftermarket ones that are really cheap. Sometimes I've seen those leak even though they're brand new, so it's just useless. So sometimes it's better just to go ahead and get the OEM one. When you go back together, I would recommend putting a light coat of fresh engine oil grease on the rubber components just to kind of help them seat in and go back together. And that's really about it. That's pretty much what you'll find with your typical problems in a fuel valve.